All right, good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? Shannon J. Haas, broke beamer guy. What kind of beamer you got? Tyler, Joshua, Elise, Ellis, Dino's Den, Saif, Robert, morning. All right, so today's a pretty big day on the economic side of things. Also, obviously, the earnings side of things yesterday. Yesterday we had Tesla, which was a great report, awesome report on the Tesla side of things. Gross margins were high, which I think was the standout thing. Vehicle deliveries up 68% year over year. Just some really, really good numbers from Tesla. I mean, you got to be bullish on Tesla long term. Mike, good morning, Mike. The stock is up pretty nicely this morning. It's not up, a ridiculous amount. I think it's still within the expected move. But I mean, everything that the numbers are telling you is that Tesla is a pretty solid company here. I mean, I don't think Tesla is going anywhere. Their cash on hand, their gross margins, their plans for the future, just still very, very solid. So I think that's why you're getting a good reaction here on Tesla. It's still within the expected move. So For trading purposes, probably not the best on the option side, but for shares, for the long term of Tesla, that report definitely stood out. You're getting some price target increases this morning, so definitely going to be watching Tesla for continuation today. What else happened? We had a big rejection on Nasdaq, right? We saw that huge rejection off 14.3, which, I definitely expected a rejection. I didn't expect the rejection the size that we saw. I thought maybe we'd pull back maybe a 0.5%, but we basically pulled back the entire way. So crazy rejection. I definitely didn't expect that. It sort of threw me off yesterday. So yesterday I had a red day. I lost like 350, right around there, after FedEx helped me out a little bit. Just didn't expect that big of a red day. Threw me off. My plan in the morning wasn't really what sort of happened, which typically is what I like to see. I like for my plan to sort of work out for me to be comfortable in the trading day. And when things go just sort of haywire against my plan, I usually just step away because I don't want to try to, make up for anything that I didn't plan for. So, yeah, yesterday was an uneventful day for me. Big rejection off 14.3, but, that was pretty clean. When you look at it in hindsight, right, we're all hindsight millionaires. When you look at it in hindsight, the rejection was clean. I understood that it would come, but the size of it was a little bit more than I thought. So Netflix and Facebook are the main reasons why we saw that downside on Nasdaq. Those things got absolutely demolished. Congratulations, anyone that played those on the downside. Those things were donezo yesterday. Netflix and Facebook. XLP just continues to rally. It continues to be strong. The XLP is the sector to be in. The XLP is just nuts. Walmart, Costco, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble. Just insanely strong across the board, and that sector just does not look like it wants to slow down. On top of that, you got the Dow Jones, which is seeming to take over right now. The Dow Jones is getting some incredible strength. It looks like a lot of rotation out of tech into the Dow Jones, and that is why you're seeing stocks like the airlines, which had earnings, moving much higher this morning, travel, transports. Facebook was almost down 7% at one time, I think. Facebook was down at its peak 7.3%. It's pretty big. So right there. So the Dow taking over, we'll talk about that. And then, obviously you guys can see the calendar here. XLP, Costco, Walmart, Airlines, Tesla levels, Lulu. Nice pullback on Lulu. Netflix, I think Netflix has room to 200. Favorite dip buy right now for shares for your long term. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. And then financials. That we talked about the financials yesterday. That did continue as well. Goldman Sachs, huge day for GS yesterday. And JP Morgan. So big days across the financials as well. So that Dow strength is definitely seeping in. Earnings on the docket today. Yeah, Shop was pretty bad. Earnings on the docket today. You guys can see American Airlines reported this morning. AT&T. We had CSX, which is like a railroad. So that's big for the transports. You had United Airlines, Tesla, Alcoa, I think is also transports. Aluminum? Yeah, I'm not sure what Alcoa is, guys. So forgive me on that side. I'm not too familiar with this stock. It looks like it's more of like a material stock. Not too aware of Alcoa. But where are we at here? Let me pull that back up. Okay, so Snap after hours today. We have Sam Adams, not big, not too worried about that. Snap's really, Snap. I'm not going to play Snap, but it's this popular name, I guess. Verizon, American Express, that'll end the week. But Tesla and these airlines are the ones that I'm most interested in. Tesla and these two airlines, which reported very good. United Airlines said that they expect to have profitability next quarter for the first time since 2019. I'm pretty sure that was the Let me pull that back up. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. If I can find it again, it might be hard for me to find it because it was yesterday. Yeah, United Air sees returning to profitability in Q2 of 2022. And there was also another, here it is. United Airlines expects first profitable year since 2019. So that's good. That is very good to hear from the airlines. That is very good for the economy. It's very good for the Dow. It's a solid, when the airlines are performing, that's a solid thing for us. So this is nothing to just sort of brush under the rug. This is pretty important for the airlines. First profitable year since 2019. That's what they say. Profitable in the next quarter. So that's good stuff for the airlines, a sector that's been under a lot of pressure. A sector that just has done nothing for a very long time. So I'm happy to see that, and that's definitely going to help the Dow Jones. There's no doubt about that. And AAL is actually making, now that I look at it, a nice little wedge breakout here. So that's nice. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Actually, you know what? Before we get started, we got to go to the economic calendar. Yeah, Bill Ackman sold his position. That's my new motto. My new motto is, at least I'm not Bill Ackman. Wednesday. Today's Thursday. So here we go, guys. This is why the title of this live stream says Jerome Powell, because he will be speaking today. Jerome Powell will be speaking today at 1 o'clock. He is expected to make comments about the plan on inflation and the plan on interest rates. So this is going to definitely be a big thing to watch out for. Absolutely, guys. So be careful around 12:30, 1 o'clock. You're probably going to start seeing headlines drop at 12:30 from James Bullard, and then you're going to see Jerome Powell speaking at 1 o'clock. He's definitely going to be talking about the plan for interest rates and inflation. You have to expect that. So let's watch out for that. That can definitely throw a little bit of a curveball at us. Just make sure you guys are protected at that time. That's all you could do. Make sure you are protected. Make sure you don't have positions that are going to hurt you. If the volatility picks up, just make sure you are aware of this if you are trading today. All right. Let's get started. Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq had a nasty rejection off 14.3, and I did not expect a straight down move like we saw. So it threw me off. You guys can see if we go, let's go to the 5-minute chart. Let's go 5-minute. And you can see, so we were opening up yesterday on the live stream, right? We saw this push, and we said, okay, if you can't get over 14.3, then there's probably going to be some weakness here, right? You guys remember this little chart pattern that we were looking at? So 14.3, we literally came up to it $2 away from this key level that we've been talking about, and the reaction was just weak until literally all day. I mean, until 3 o'clock was the lowest low. So we just slipped all day yesterday. I expected some support around here, and at the very least, I expected us to hold here. So I expected 3 areas of potential support. Pre-market, right? Pre-market structure, or this structure in this area. And when I saw the morning, and this is what we did in the morning, right? So this is the 1-minute chart. And when I saw just this straight out of the gates, it really threw me off, because at this point, I'm not chasing this move. I can't chase that move. I just don't. It's just not how I trade. This is obviously a big money-making opportunity, but I just simply don't have the trading plan or emotion to chase this type of move. So I always look for structure. Where can I see structure? This was just so fast for me, and I missed it. So missed this move, did not hold this level at all, which I thought it would, and did not hold. I mean, it temporarily held this level, but the bounce off this level was just weak. And I did not touch this because this was just weak. You could just tell volume was declining. It was a very hard, very tough push to the upside where you can see these wicks, and there was just no real pressure to the upside. And then you can just see we just dead cat bounced basically the entire day. So tough day for me. I didn't really feel confident in any of this. And then we basically just chopped here for the rest of the day at this support. Now you guys can see we are trying to hold once again. If we go out to the 4-hour chart, we can see that we are still in this channel right here. So we are still within this Nasdaq channel from around 13.9 to around 14.3. That is where we're just sitting. It's going to be very tough, as I continue to say, trading within this channel. You know, it could just continue to do this, and that would just, you know, cause some pretty intense volatility and some, I guess, trading opportunities if you sell at the top of the channel and buy at the bottom of the channel. But it's just going to be overall pretty difficult as we, you know, sort of trade within this channel here. I really just need to see something like this or something like this. This is when I like to take my opportunities. You know, you can nibble at a few opportunities within this channel, but for the most part, I'm just trying my best to wait and be patient for the push or the drop. I obviously have taken some stuff in this range, and it's always, and I've noticed that my win rate has declined, right? My win rate as I take trades within this channel has noticeably declined versus, you know, when a chart looks like this or when a chart looks like this, right? When it's on a nice multi-day trend. So I need to be careful here, right? I think we all need to be careful here. If you've noticed, you got to make sure you guys notice, you know, things in your trading. If you noticed you've had some trouble over the last week, then it's because of this chop, right? This is making it difficult for you versus this kind of move or this kind of move, which is much easier to trade. It's a multi-day continuation. This is a multi-day chop fest. So, you know, I definitely find my trading to be better in this or in this versus, you know, versus this. So just make sure, you know, maybe some of you guys are better at trading in the chop. Maybe some of you guys are better trading at, you know, in maybe only downside or only upside. Just get an idea of what's what you excel in and stick to it, right? Yeah, Steve, I have no shame of telling people what the actual trading is. I don't know what the reason why people try to hide the truth of trading is. Obviously, it's just to sell, but I think in the long term, the success of me and the success of my company, Options Insider, and the success of helping people out for the long term is to just be real with people. So the real thing is that this is tough, and I definitely have had a decrease in win percent in this area, and I think everyone should expect that. But I know that once we get on this, which we will, and once we get on this, which we will, my win percent will drastically increase, and I will make back any of the small losses that I caused myself inside this chop. So just have to wait here, guys. Really, that's the goal, is to try to be as patient as you can, because when you look back at this, you're gonna say, okay, you know, let's say you didn't trade all this entire last 2 weeks, right? If you didn't trade within this entire last 2 weeks, you're gonna look back and say, hey, I didn't really miss anything. You know, what did I miss here? Market didn't really do shit. So why am I even trading, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. Look for 14.3 today to the upside. That's a nasty rejection. And then look at 13.9 to the downside. That is a decent support. Now, I will say the ES is noticeably stronger than the Nasdaq. And it was yesterday, and it looks like it continues to be. So the ES, you know, has held this 43.80 level, right? You got this hold from these previous highs. Right here, you guys can see right there, we got that hold. Now, what was the next pivot level that we needed to hold above? It was right here around 44.50, right? You guys remember me talking about 44.50. So 44.50 was a key breakout level, which was right here, right? It was previous support that turned into rejection, and turned into rejection, right? Now, what happened yesterday, which is why I think the ES is much more bullish. Look at this, guys. Look at what happened yesterday. If I go to the 15-minute chart, you guys are going to see right here. Yesterday, even while the Nasdaq had that nasty rejection off 14.3, look at what the ES did, right? The ES held up beautifully. The ES held previous resistance as support yesterday. So without a doubt, guys, the S&P 500 is much stronger. That diversification away from tech is clearly helping this out. And you can see how well yesterday the ES held this key level of 44.50 and is now pushing off of it. So this is a much more bullish chart than the Nasdaq. You can just see it right here. Look at the previous resistance. Look at how it turned into support, and look at the push that you're getting off of this. It's a very clean breakout. You have a little bit of a downtrend break, right? You got your downtrend breakout. And this is just an overall better sector to be looking for strength. The next level I would watch out for is right here around 44.20s. You have previous highs, previous support, it fell through at this point, so just a key level breakdown, and then previous resistance. So this level up here at 45.20 would be my next level to watch, guys. 45.20 to 44.50. That is your new range. 45.20 to 44.50, right in this area. That's what I'd be watching on the ES. But noticeably stronger, and why is that? We'll talk about it in a second. The sectors that keep it, that are strong in the S&P 500. Okay, Dow Jones, very strong. Very strong Dow Jones. Really like what we're seeing here on the Dow. Really like the rotation that we're seeing in this sector. Or in this index. So if we go to the Dow, we remember we talked about this wedge, right? Really nice 4-hour wedge on the Dow with the bottom side support, 34.20 or 34.200. Look at that breakout of the wedge, guys. So clean, so strong, so quick. I mean, over 2 days, you have rallied to the top side of this move, and now you are above these highs. So the high of this candle is 35.281. That's the very tippy top. 35.281 is the top of that wick high right there. And you guys can see, if we go to the Dow, we are through that level this morning. So this is making a little bit of a higher high on over the last week, right? Look at this right here. So if we look at this chart on the 4-hour, we can see that the Dow is trying to break above these pivot highs. That is bullish. If the Dow can hold above these pivot highs right here, that is a very bullish movement, and you would probably expect it to move up to this range here, around these previous highs, anywhere between 35.7 and 35.6, right in this area next. So really strong Dow movement. And if I had to say, if there was one sector that I think could, even test the highs or get close to them, it would have to be the Dow. The Dow is only 3.5% off all-time highs, and it seems to me that this sector is heating up. It seems to me that the financials are finding some strength. It seems to me that the transports and travel is finding some strength here. Those have been the hot stocks lately. So Dow, last 3 days, very strong. Diversification away from tech, which a lot of people don't like right now. I think this is the spot to be in, the Dow and maybe some of these consumer staple names. So keep an eye on the Dow, guys. Keep an eye on the Dow. It's no joke right now. Very strong. Russell sort of in that range still, as we know, just sort of chilling. I need to see 2100 before getting interested here. But nice little past few days. Let's see if it can push towards 2100. All right, so those are the futures, guys. To recap, the ES and the Dow are very strong. The ES has this 45.20 level to watch out for today. The Dow has that 35.6 level to watch out for to the upside, and the Nasdaq clearly is just in this range still. And you want to see if it can break out of that 14.3 to 13.9. You need a break of this resistance if you want to see upside. Biggest Dow names include Home Depot, UNH, and what's the third one? Goldman Sachs. Those are the biggest three Dow names, biggest three components by weight. So I think the Dow is a equal weighted. Is the Dow equal weighted? Dow. How is the Dow weighted? Oh, it's price weighted. Okay. Dow's price weighted. ES is equal weighted. Right. So if anyone's not familiar, price equal weighted means all stocks in the index are, they have equal weight, so they're all as important as each other. Dow is price weighted, so more expensive stocks in the Dow actually have more weight to them. So that is something you guys definitely want to know when you're trading these things. That's actually the equal weighted. So the equal weighted and price weighted is one of the only things that I take away from that degree right there. That is something that I always connect to my college experience in my finance classes. So my portfolio management classes. So that one I got to give a shout out to UCF and my college, which is very rare to say because most of the stuff I've learned is not from my college. So, all right. XLP. XLP. Oh, man. Oh, man. XLP. Awesome. That's all I have to say. Awesome. Just awesome stuff. Just a sick hold, sick move. XLP's been an absolute beast. Consumer staples have been on fire. So look at this two-day push on XLP, and it's just the most beautiful all-time high break and retest. You can see boom and boom, all-time high break and retest, and that was just an insane bounce off of it. Beer pong sessions. I learned how to I had a lot of good learning lessons during that, Michael. So just a really nice break and retest of all-time highs on XLP, and that is just extremely strong. I made a video. I was looking back at my videos, and I was a little bit early to this, but this was pretty spot. I made a video back on March 6th of the XLP breakout, the sector breakout. And that I wish obviously I'm a hindsight millionaire saying this, but that I wish I followed a little bit more. I didn't quite get into too much on that potential breakout, but that was this right here, guys. Right? You guys can see this little flag that was forming here back in March. We did break down momentarily, but this breakout on the XLP is just insane. So, have I been the Mad Hatter? I used to. Yeah, I've been to it my freshman year, and then it closed down. Street Pharmaceuticals. That's good. Mad Hatter is unfortunately closed down, but yeah, that was fun. I was there once. So what's sort of, what's going on with the XLP? What's moving with it? Well, guys, congratulations if anyone caught this yesterday. This was just an insanely strong setup on Walmart. Look at this hold. Look at this breakout. Everything about it is just insanely nice. Look right here. Look at this daily. You can't really get much better than this daily right here. You got a wedge. You got a higher lows, higher low, flat top, and then boom, XLP breaks out, and Walmart just has a day over this level. So huge day for Walmart. That's sick. That I would still watch Walmart for more upside. Costco, another one that's just insanely strong, up to 607 now. Oh man, this one hurts because I was calling this out all day yesterday, and it was just, we talk about Costco all the time, and this thing just looks sick. Look how nice this breakout is. Little double bottom at 580, and look at that beautiful breakout. This is what it looked like before open yesterday, right, guys? Costco. This one hurts. Whenever I find something and I miss the execution, it definitely hurts a little bit. But Costco gets spicy over 596. Keep eyes on XLP. Room towards all-time highs. This is what the chart looked like at the time. And it's just a really clean chart. I mean, everything about this formation is just really clean. Double bottom, pivot high, breaking over that pivot high with not much resistance above. And man, oh man, I mean, just look at what it did. So, sick move. I would be looking at Costco every day of the week if this strength continues on the XLP. Costco has been an absolute beast, and you can see this morning it is on a very, very nice run. So Costco is a must-watch today. You probably want to see it pull back a little bit, but if you're in Costco swings, congratulations. This is a sick move, and it most likely will continue. Pepsi, another stock in the XLP. Heavy weighting in the XLP for Pepsi. Insane move, beautiful push, pivot high break. I would just watch out for all-time highs, but you're probably going to see it soon. Coca-Cola, I think, hit all-time highs yesterday. Sure did. Coca-Cola has been on an absolute tear after making this insanely beautiful break and retest. Look how great of an opportunity this was. Previous resistance into support. You buy it off this level, and you let this thing run. You'd be running in some insane profit right now if you bought this this break and retest. Break, retest, previous resistance into support. That's sexy. I missed it. But, it's good to see. It's good to confirm the break and retest setups. Procter & Gamble, insane earnings, big move yesterday. And I would just watch out for the all-time high resistance around 165. But this is another stock in the XLP that is running. So, basically, guys, XLP is just a beast right now. And I would absolutely be looking at this sector and looking to trade stocks in this sector for upside. All right, Costco, we already looked at Costco, Walmart, so we'll skip that. Airlines, UAL, AAL. So UAL had really good earnings. They said a lot of great things. They're getting some price target increases this morning. So I would expect there to be a little bit of continuation here, really. So I'm not a big airline trader, so I'm probably not going to get too aggressive here. Not too familiar with the names or, how they move, but this is a very nice breakout here, guys, on UAL. Look at this 4-hour chart. Tell me this doesn't look like you're in a breakout here. So just be careful of this high, and of this high, right? You still want to watch out for those highs. You can see if I zoom in here. You still want to watch out for the highs of these candles, right? All in this area, which you're starting to reject now. But if you see today, if you guys see a break over 51 and you see it start to hold, then you have your confirmation, right? If you get a break over this 51, if you get a little hold, then maybe you can get up to the 54s, right? So just watch these previous highs. That's what I would say. Don't lose sight of where these previous rejections were. So first rejection was around 51. The next one was around 54. But if you can start pushing through those, this is a nice 4-hour flag breakout. So UAL, very strong. That's going to help the Dow. AAL is another strong one. Look at the 4-hour chart here. Look at this breakout. Big breakout on the 4-hour chart on AAL. I would just watch out for this, 2250. 2250 and maybe around 22. Those would be the levels I'd be watching on AAL to the upside. Either way, airlines look good. Earnings was great. Boeing could find some continuation off that. Just be careful of 188 on BA. You guys know I've talked about this level in the past, right? If you're looking at BA to sort of play sympathy, just watch out for this resistance. I read your mind, Dennis. So support. Just watch out for this resistance level. I know Boeing could get sympathy off those moves, but I want to make sure you're aware of the level. So this could be a pretty nasty level to get through, 188. Just be careful of it, right? We've already seen that sort of happen. Look at the last few days, right? This 188 level just is pretty tough. Big wall above. Just think about it as a cloud. Just keeping Boeing down for now. Need to break through that cloud. Yeah, you could take a look at the Jets ETF, right? If you guys want to play the airline move. Overall, airline strong. I'd look for continuation. Jobless claims are out. All right, we'll take it. Let me see if there's any react. If there's no reaction, then we're gonna move on real quick. Here. Landscapers are here. All right, so not much of a reaction. Let's see if we got. What do we got? Jobless claims down to. Yeah, the jobless claims are basically flat. Powell's on at 1 o'clock Eastern. try it outside. Jobless claims down 2,000 to 184. It's basically flat. So basically not much of anything on the jobless claims, it seems. Yeah, nothing much. We'll see if there's any reaction, but the market's waiting for Powell today at 1 o'clock. That's what the main news is. All right, let's continue. Tesla. Oh shit, I didn't even see this. Look at this. Tesla's getting a little push. 1060 is the expected move level on Tesla. Is it still going to show me here? Probably not. It was 89. It's down to 77. Yeah. Tesla over 1060. Calls might actually go up if we open over 1060. So I'm very interested to see. The expected move was around $80, and that brings us up to around 1060. So you might actually get some call appreciation here if we open over 1060. Keep an eye on that. But Tesla, if we look at some levels today, let's take a look at some levels to watch out for. So the first level to watch out for is absolutely without a doubt right here around 1070. No, it was higher than 56, Chef. I know that for sure. So 1070 is a monster level to watch out for. Previous support into a triple top resistance, and that is most likely where you're going to find a lot of resistance today, guys. So if you do catch some steam today, if we do get some Tesla movement, just watch out for 1070. If you break through 1070 like it's not even there, guys, Tesla, that would be that's going to be the strong Tesla day that you're all hoping for, right? If you get through 1070 like it's not there, if we slice right through that level like butter, that would indicate to me that this is a Tesla day that we're all waiting for. So, and you guys know what I'm talking about when I say a Tesla day. So watch out for 1070. If it gets through that, I would definitely be looking to trade that for sure, because that's going to probably be some nice continuation. If it gets through that, I mean, you got psychological at 1100, I guess you could probably say, right up in these previous resistance levels around 1100. And then you got obviously this high around 1150. So 1070 is the first level, guys. If it doesn't get through 1070 this morning, then you're not going to go anywhere, because that is a very tough level. Look at this previous triple top. You need to get through that 1070. If you can get through there, then I think you get more. But you have to get through this triple top first. If you don't, you could easily see a rejection and maybe pull back to the 1025. So just watch out for 1070 above, guys. Must have level on your charts. Okay, Lulu. I really like this retest that's coming in. It might not work. I'm just sort of watching, but you guys know I just like to share with you guys when I'm seeing retests. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But this is one that I definitely am interested in. Look at this pullback once again on Lulu. Previous highs, previous rejection points, if my circle would work. Previous rejection, previous rejection, previous rejection, support, and support. What does this look like to me? It looks like Costco a little bit. So you guys can see both times Lulu has pulled back to this level, which it definitely came back pretty aggressively yesterday. It has found support. Now, if yesterday was a little bit of an overreaction on this stock with the rest of the market, does Lulu find support once again off this 385? I'm definitely watching this today off 385 and seeing if I could try to play this back, with some of the retailer strength that we've seen. Lulu off 385 is definitely a watch for me today. All right, Netflix. Where can Netflix go to? I think the Netflix news about Mr. Bill, could actually cause more downside today. I know it's already done, and that's why you saw just this right here is just share unloading, right, by hedge funds and by Bill, right? Look at this. I mean, that is just disgusting. So, I'm sure he was selling here. He had to have been in lots. You can't sell it all at one time. When you buy that big of a position, guys, it has to be done in lots. So I'm sure he was selling in lots. He might have even been selling in the after hours. Who knows? But at some point he was selling, either right after earnings or here, right? Those are the only two. This is the only area that Bill could have been selling his stock. So I'm going to assume it was at open and it just was in lots. And you guys can see that is why there was just absolute destruction yesterday morning, right? It's just a heavy selling imbalance, all selling, no buying here. So that may cause more reaction. I can't imagine it being a one-day thing. Maybe there's some fake bounces along the way, but I got to believe that there's more here. If I go to the weekly chart and I get max available time, I think that this is tough, man, because you are down below a very crucial level here, below 250s, and you're significantly below it. So the only next pivot point here is 200, 190, and then really it's like 130. So there is nothing on this chart that makes me think that Netflix between, right? Look at this, guys. You see how this chart just goes vertical from this point? So if the chart's going vertical from this point, which is around $200 a share, let's just call it 200. It's right around there. It goes instantly vertical from 200. So when I think of a stock and it's coming down, why would I think it holds anywhere here, right? Why would I think it would hold anywhere in this level? It's not. It's going to come down to the closest structure. So I think Netflix could move to 2. I mean, there's always going to be some random spikes of, short covering and maybe some dip buying of retail. So, there could always be a bounce along the way, but I think the only next structure point is 200. Right? I think the only next structure point is 200 and maybe 190. So I think you need to head there. And if you don't, maybe it tries to retest 250. That could be what it's going to try to do. It could try to bounce, retest 250 to the upside, and then reject. You guys can see right here. Maybe you get this, and then this, right? Maybe you get a little retest of previous support, turn it into resistance. Very possible. But either way, I don't think this selling is over. This is a I don't know what the adjective for it is. It's like the just the stepchild. It's like the bad thing right now. Everything's negative. Bad Netflix. Everyone sell it. That's sort of like the common theme right now. So I don't see how this turns bullish at all. I don't see how this turns bullish at all. So, I mean, if you want to, squeeze the juice out of every single drop out of this move, maybe you look for more downside today. But just be careful. I mean, when you get into something like this, you're always going to see some of these random jolts of energy, right? Like yesterday, guys, after this intense selling, Netflix sort of held up, and the Nasdaq was still making lower lows. So even though the Nasdaq was sort of dropping yesterday intraday, Netflix was sort of holding higher highs, higher lows. So just be careful on that, because there could be some, an uncorrelated move versus the Nasdaq, which is definitely something hard to trade when it's not correlated to the NQ. Yeah, Ackman sold his entire position. He took a $400 million loss. Okay, my favorite dip buy right now. I absolutely love this chart. I'm going to be buying more shares, absolutely, without a doubt, after this pullback, and that is on Home Depot. I love this chart. I'm definitely willing to take my risk here on shares on Home Depot. I think this is a fantastic pullback on HD down to 290s. This is a previous resistance point, big time structure level, and we have just seen a 29, 30% pullback on Home Depot. I am definitely a buyer of shares here, especially with the strength that we are seeing in the Dow. I like this a lot. If the Dow can outperform, I think Home Depot will outperform. I think Home Depot has proven over the last 4 weeks that it is definitely finding some structure here. And I am willing to, dip my toes into some shares here for sure. So definitely looking to pick up some HD shares down here around 290s. I think Home Depot pays a very small dividend. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. 2.4 yield. It's not a bad dividend yield. So I'm definitely getting them. So I'm just letting you guys know. Little pullback, 29% from the highs into a structure level. I love that. So just keeping an eye on this one. I like what it's been doing. I like that it's been holding here for about, almost 2 weeks to a month. And I am looking to see if we can get this push. If you guys look at the last few days, Home Depot is starting to get over this pivot high, which I really like right here. You're starting to break over this pivot. And I think you're getting into a decent opportunity now. Yeah, I know it's at 315, understood. But, I don't really think about, when I look at long-term time frames, right, I don't really care about, whatever this is or whatever this is, right? I see this, right? That's what I see. So I see, I don't really care about the exact dollar amount. I'm never going to, bottom tick this type of move, but I like where it's at. You're down 20%. And, yeah, I like this a lot. So, I could be wrong here. It could be totally wrong. Home Depot could tank and go to $10. So don't buy it because I am. But just letting you know, I like this setup and I would watch it. Financials. XLF. So XLF was pretty strong this week. This is the weekly chart, and it's been strong this week. Last few days have been green. Nice day yesterday. Except, financials just in a tough spot. I just need to see, do a little bit more here. Maybe try to get up to the top of this channel, which is very possible. And we can see Goldman Sachs had a very nice day again. Tesla's at 1070. Holy shit. Oh my God. Yep. It might be happening, folks. This is going to be I hope you guys have cash available. Cuz this could get pretty interesting on Tesla here, guys. This is good for the market, by the way. This is very good for the market. Look at what's going on here at 1070. Look at the volume that's coming in. All right. So it might be easier to get through this level in pre-market. Just keep that in mind, because pre-market has a little bit less volume. 1072. There's a wall there. Big wall at 1072. Yeah, there's a wall at 1072 right now. Let's see if it can get through that wall. Yeah, I mean, this is the making of of one of those Tesla days for sure, guys. So, you're through the 1072 also. I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to get you guys hyped up, but this is definitely good stuff for Tesla. There should definitely be some trading opportunities here, for sure. And congratulations if you guys bought Tesla calls. You're gonna be up this morning. So, as long as it holds. Nvidia, not really doing much. What's Apple doing? What's Nasdaq doing off that? Not too much. Tesla seems to be the winner. Yeah. So, congrats. Wow. That's sick. That is sick. So, if we go to the 4-hour chart, you guys can see we are sitting right in here, right? You're in that zone. What is the tops of these wicks? Just to sort of get me the tops of these wicks. 1079, 1070. So I think we got to be careful even up to 1080, guys. I think you got to be careful even up into 1080. I mean, it might just push through 1080 too. I think to be the safest you possibly can, let's pull this back a little bit. It's about to go through 1080, isn't it? Yeah, it's running. Okay, here we go. Look. What are the highs of these candles here? 1072, where the hell's the high? 1067, that's not right. It's like right there. What is that? 1076, 1080? Yeah, I'm just going to say 1076 to 1080, right in there. Looks to be the level. But if you break this, right, I think you got 1100 pretty easily. All right, guys, it should be fun. Yeah, look, here's your rejection. Here's your potential rejection right here. Between 1076 and 1080. Let's see if this is able to get through. If it is, there's some serious strength here. All right, that's Tesla. Keep an eye on it. Congrats, GG, guys. You know, I have a lot of shares, so I'm just happy with the shares. That's really good for me. All right, financials real quick. XLF. Just watch out for the financials again today, guys. XLF is up. Goldman Sachs was a really nice day yesterday. If I go to the 4-hour chart, you guys can see nice little push on GS, and JP Morgan had a nice day as well. These stocks have been really beat down, and if the Nasdaq or if the Dow continues to be on the strong side, you know, these financials could definitely start to pick up some steam. So keep an eye on them. It's not quite there. It's not like the hot and sexy thing, but it's definitely, you know, something to not forget about. I wouldn't forget about it. I'm going to be watching this all day. All right. That's what I got for you guys. If you guys want to, if you're a member of this channel, you know, you can go ahead and recommend tickers if you were part of the membership on the channel. So, oh man. Yeah, she's strong today. She is strong today. Okay. Let's go over the tickers that the group wants to look at real quick. The first one is Shopify. Shopify, just not a stock that is finding any type of love. You know, she's not in the driver's seat. She's getting killed. I would not look for Shopify to the upside at all. As much as I would like to say that this is a strong area, it's just has not confirmed anything. You guys can see right here, there is just no confirmation. Strong like bull. Caster. There's just no confirmation to the upside. There's nothing here. So I would be very careful on Shop. It continues to be sold off. If it drops this 510 level, guys, that's going to get a little aggressive. It looks like it's bouncing this morning, so maybe there's some kind of play off this double bottom. You know, there obviously could be, but this is too questionable for me. I need to see this breakout to be bullish over 785. Okay, Apple. Apple, I will say, is a very chop fest chart right now. I don't like Apple's daily chart for any type of trading opportunity. It seems very choppy. I mean, I would be buying shares on the dip, but this whole area is a really weird choppy chart. There's really no structure here, which is very difficult for me to read. So Apple's tough. What I would say to anyone, you know, that's looking to trade Apple, guys, you just have to watch the Nasdaq. If the Nasdaq is strong, Apple's going to be an absolute monster. That's all you worry about. Today, I'd look for a break over 169, maybe a little bit of retest, you know, something like that. But Apple's just going to follow the Nasdaq. That's what I would watch. Watch the NQ. If the NQ is strong, Apple's going to find strength. You probably have room up to this 170. RTX. Raytheon. So Raytheon, yeah, it's been having a nice push, but it's overextended, right? This is overextended area, right? This is the same thing that I talk about all the time. Extension over the 20, pull back. Extension over the 20, it pulls back. It extends over the 20, right? It pulls back. It extends over the 20, and it pulls back. And it extends over the 20. What do you think's happening next? It's going to pull back. So wait for the pullback. Do not buy stocks that are this extended over the 20 SMA when they historically, every single time for the last 3 months, have pulled back to the 20 before moving higher. So you need to be waiting for opportunity, not just chasing everything that's moving higher. Dollar Tree is another one. What you should have bought here, right? You should have bought here. Now that it's here, how much are you willing to chase it? Are you willing to chase it? That's all I have to say. All right, with Dollar Tree, are you willing to chase this move that's been straight up for the last 2 weeks of 14%? That's a question you have to ask yourself. I don't like to trade on, I like to trade on stuff on the daily chart. So when I see a daily chart like this, I will not buy this. Not until this. Right? No way. I don't care how far that goes. Because I know that the people that buy here maybe get 2-3%, right? But the people that buy here get 20-30%, right? So I'm not interested there on Dollar Tree. I would wait for a pullback. Dash sucks. Just not a stock that has any reason to go up in this environment. Maybe a pullback to 92, at this previous low. But I just don't see any love for Dash. It's probably just going to slip into this 92. DG, Dollar General, another stock that you would be absolutely chasing. So, best of luck. I can't get behind buying these levels. You can see it does the same thing where it pulls back. Has extended rallies and it always pulls back. You know where you look for a buy? Right here. Put an alert. Sit on your hands. Put an alert and sit on your hands right here. You go right click, create alert at or below, let's say 290, let's say 240, at or below 240, and you let it sit. There you go. This is what you wait for. Boom. This is your buying opportunity right here. That's a buy. Not here. Unless you want to chase. You guys do you, man. If you guys want to chase, you do you. Some people like to just chase them. What is this? CVX? CVX, oil's sort of heating up again. XLE's been pretty strong. Just watch all-time high rejection. That's all. Just watch all-time high rejection. That's all. Right here, 174. Starting to reject. You need to get through. CVX. Finally, Upstart. Yeah, Upstart's not going to gain any love in this market either, guys. Upstart got crushed yesterday just because everything else that's tech-related got crushed. Upstart's just not finding any kind of love in this market. I would not touch this to the upside. No way. No way. Not option contracts, which shares, you do you. I'm personally buying like 2% of my portfolio with Upstart. Not so small, but I think it's a decent opportunity. But with options, no way. Not calls at all. I would stay away. You have just an intense downtrend here. If anything, I would look for a slip under this 75 for some puts. But right now, too weak, guys. Too weak to be looking for upside. All right. Best of luck today. Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. So is James Bullard. You got to be careful, guys. Make sure you're not overexposed. Make sure you protect your portfolio. Make sure that no action that you make today can blow up your account. All right? Just don't make actions that put yourself in bad positions, guys. Don't put yourself in a negative position like that because of your greed, right? The only reason you find yourself in potentially very dangerous situations in your trades is because you have greed and you don't have any type of plan. So if you find yourself in that kind of situation, you are not doing the right things. And you need to work on slowing down, learning how to trade first before trying to make money. So if that's you, keep learning, keep grinding, keep finding information, keep finding your strategy, and then you can try to make money. Then you can try to scale up. But if you're finding yourself losing a lot of money and you're new to trading, you're not progressing correctly in trading. This is a very long-term game. You need to learn first. So learn first, then you run, right? How do you learn if you are in and out of the market in 30 days? How do you learn how to trade if you blow up your account in 30 days and then you say, oh, trading's not for me? Well, you just spent 30 days on the charts. That is literally like a second compared to the amount of time you need to learn trading. So you need longevity. You need to stay in the game. You need to focus on being here every day, learning and executing rather than trying to get rich overnight. So thank you guys again. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the support. Press the like button. This is we're pretty weak on the likes right now. Let's get that up to 500 if you guys could. Horn, shout out to the cult. What else? Come join the Discord chat if you're interested. We focus on longevity like I just talked about. We do not focus on trying to get rich overnight. Do not join if you're trying to copy trades and get rich. That's not the reason to join. If you're joining because of that, you are going to not like it and you should leave. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.